Week 4. This is the final week of Game 7, final game of our tournament here. You can see the scores up there. The Captain, Woods Girl, Amazon, and White Knight. I just dimmed my camera. It's a good game so far. I mean, some crazy stuff going on. The Amazon almost dies first, right out the bat, so to speak, right off the bat. But so yeah, the Amazon almost dies early, and she hasn't quite recovered, as you can see from her score. She's not done a great job. Having said that, White Knight, Woods Girl, and the Captain are all having really good games. Excuse me, ceremonial yawn. So we're heading into the fourth week here to see who can finally win. They're all sitting super close, with only a point or so between them, point and a half. We do have to place 3 events here before starting our week. The first is the Young Knight. So 2 and 5. So Cavern 5. We got that. Next is a wood sprite. I don't know if we have a sprite somewhere, right? I'm almost possible. We almost positive we had one. Okay, well, oh, there it is, wood sprite. Okay. Where does the wood sprite appear? Probably in the deep woods. So let's roll off the deep woods here. 4. Wood sprite is there. Finally, we have a bad bounty. Until the end of the game, we're going to have bad bounty here. So let's get our things out here. So we have a bounty, a bat bounty, wood sprite, and the Young Knight. So the bat bounty is you kill a bat this week, you get a point. You can bring its ears to a dwelling for $5, I believe. The wood sprite, you have to go to the clearing, capture the sprite. I think the sprite is a 1, 2, or 3. To capture, you get a VP and a gold source of gold magic, acts as a fairy in combat, or you can get a magic 3 chit and a gold spell. Well, that might be the game winner right there, strangely enough. Simply because learning a spell is super hard on this board with no one being a mage, really. So let's see what our plays are here for the last week. So unfortunately for our captain, none of these events, up top, man, it's a little bit of a mess to get to. He could easily get the Young Knight, but it would take him 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 day, 3 days to get there. So let's look at what we got here. You do not have a lot of time, but he certainly could make it there. That would be a point. The captain's cards are pretty bad right now, actually, because he has 2 magic sources and a take cover, so he has no points in his hand. Nice thing is he can burn all those cards right now, if he wants to, pretty much, and you don't need to use the magic when you use the color sources. You can just have it happen. So he could do that. he could get 2 cards and see what's what. Not a lot of time to make this things happen. Do I have a good play for him? I don't see bats on the board. Are all the bats dead? Yeah, all the bats are dead. So Bat Bounty is a little crappy. Do I have a play for the captain? This obviously can get him a point. Gold and gray treasures. I hate to say it, but I think the play for the captain might just be to do what I was thinking, which is rush to the horde, try to loot something, let the guard expire, and then trade with them to sell and get some gold. So maybe it's not looking good for him. His chances. I think the Woods girl has an easy one. I think, I hate to say it, she's lucked out. I think you get to the Wood Sprite. I think you capture the Wood Sprite. I think you release it and let it teach you a spell. That's going to give you effectively 2 points. I think that's the game winner. I feel bad that might just be luck, which is going to win this for sure. Put this out of reach. That's what I'm going to try. So we're going to go there, and that's the plan. I think the Amazon's just going to try to get to the crag like she needs to. Do her thing. She's not in contention. But I think that's where she's going to go. I think the knight. I think the knight he wants the lost city or the lost castle. He really could use a dragon up there. It's probably going to take him too long. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. It's 2 days, 3 days. In 4 days, he could get to the mountain and the cliff and the ledges and take Mountain Pilgrim. So that's a point. He doesn't have this lost city, and so I think maybe that's what he does. So we got a slight strategy for him. So let's play these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we run outright to Mountain 5. I think that's what the captain does. Move, 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 move. Mountain 5. I think he's just gonna pretty much make a run for it. Try to use his last couple days. The Woods girl. So first move obviously is to 1. 1, hide, rest, move to the spider. Done. The Amazon. I think she hides once and moves twice. So hide, extra move, and then move again. And that's going to get to which crag clearing? 5. Done. And finally, the White Knight, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get to ledges 4. And he is done. So, all right, we need a monster roll. We'll get this show on the road here. It is 6, so bats. So I don't think anything shows up. I think every bat is dead. In a game where a lot of you can see the cemetery here is pretty big. That's because you got a lot of big old fighters, firing armies, killing dudes. So Amazon is first. She will have hidden once. 6 does not hide. We get Smoke and the Lost Castle. The Lost Castle is indeed in 1. Smoke M is going to draw nothing because those dragons are dead. But we do get the Lost Castle, so we are going to see, finally, last week, what the hell is in here. The Lair is in 3. That'll draw something. The Pool is in 6. Patter 5. Slither 3. I think we're going to get all the dragons, my friend, and Flutter 1. Wow, this would be Dragon Central. Having said that, it might only be the Lair. Oh, Slither. So you're definitely going to draw on Slither, and you're definitely going to draw the Lair. So let's just grab all those. So Slither here, and the Lair. So literally, they are together. That doesn't bode well for the Amazon, by the way. Slither and Lair. So the Amazon has the Crag. So we will just mark it like that. And she has already found 2 and 5. So she's she's doing what she's doing. But I think that's it. I don't think Flutter draws, and she is done. The White Knight whips it around 4. He is done. Woods Girl there. She's going to hide once. 1 die, of course. She does. She's going to rest once. So let's give her a rest. I mean, she'll just take that. And I don't think anything appears, but she is probably ready to kill that spider. Captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he slams into there. And of course, the horde pops. Done. Oh, these are bats. What am I doing? Man, I wish I'd have rolled a 1. That would have been a way more exciting week. My God. You would have thought that I had been drinking. And I haven't, God damn it. So anyway, none of that appears. I'm sorry. I know anyone who watches this at some point goes, well, he's an idiot, and then at least I catch myself, or most half the time, a third of the time. 1/36 of the time I catch myself. So the captain slams it over to there. He's done, and his guys don't move. We have 1 fight at the end of the day. If I had any dignity, I would just cut this video and start over. But I didn't. Anyway, so the Woods Girl is hidden. So again, we're going to play the Snipey game. And how's the Snipey game work? Well, keep in mind, she does, when her bug is alerted by playing that chit, she is going to do heavy damage. She needs to get no change. She needs a 3, 2, or a 1 to kill. She is hidden. She gets a 1 first round, snipes this thing dead, and scores another 3 points. Now, here's the sad part. She does not have a total. Just 49 prowess. That's not a bad total in the quest game to have about 50 or so prowess. Having said that, not nearly enough, because she got the captain with the guard and the White Knight and the order here have just killed everything this game. So she's there. We need to write another move. So our captain is going to extra move, right? So he's going to go to the horde. So that's one phase that he's burned, and he's going to then search 3 times. And that's it. So he's good to go. Our Woods girl is going to make a move to the sprite. So move 4. So she moved sprite. I mean, she'll hide. She'll move sprite. She will search. Done. The Amazon does not have dragons to contend with. So she's going to pop and go 3/6. X move 3. Move 6. And because she is so fast, she can take a hide first if she will. And then the knight. One, 2, 3, 4. Does he actually? He knows some of these paths, right? So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't really matter, does it? So he's going to move to Borderlands 2. Because he has all the ledges. Yeah. So move to BL2. And he is done. So we need a monster roll. Hopefully a 1 after that debacle. Nope, just a 2. Serpents, demons. Aren't many of those left either. And actually, I'm sorry. Time out. One last thing. I will. I do want. Jeez. Hide, move, spider. Search. I do want the captain's guys to move separately. So move. And they're going to search. So just so we know, so Woods girl first, captain, and the guy goes last. She is going to hide once. So we do this. 4, she is hidden today. She searches 3 times. She needs a 1, 2, or 3, or twice. I'm sorry. She gets it on the first try. So she gets a wood sprite, and that is going to be a VP for her. Yeah, that. And then, I mean, again, and knowing what she knows about the game state here, that we're getting close to the. I think she is going to release this sprite. She gets a magic 3/3 magic chit. Does the elf have one of those? Yeah. If she gets a 3/3 magic chit, that would be one of my achievements. If I ever made an achievement thing to Magic Realm, would be to get, 2 or 3. I don't know what the number would be. Two extra chits, 3 extra chits, and she gets a type 3 spell. So let's grab type 3 spells out the door here. And technically that goes actually out and about. And we're going to shuffle. Oop, no, we're not going to search. We're going to shuffle. I'll make the order random just because. And let's draw one. She gets Bewilder. All monsters in the clearing are unable to change tactics for the rest of the day. That's actually super useful, by the way. Oh, wow. I don't know what I just hit, but I just actually saw the controls for this. That's pretty cool. There you go. So she gets bewildered. So I think that's gonna win her something there. So she's got that done. She has searched. Nothing appears to attack her. She is done. Captain's going to move, and search 3 times. He needs to locate 4 or a 1, and he does. So he, on the first try, locates the whore. Could be good. So he gets 2 loots at it. This is the first loot, is a 5. So he gets the 5th card. The Imperial Tabard for the captain. Sweet. Nothing wrong with that. It is a great treasure. So that's 1, 2. Oh, the remains of the thief. Oh my god. No, no, no. Okay, well, immediately roll for curse. Exchange for the treasures on the chart. And 20 gold. So the captain gets these. Okay. So hold on 1 second. Let's get his curse first. This is gonna stink, by the way. This could take him right out of contention instantly. I am God, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. This is a terrible, terrible thing here. 4. Ill health. Target cannot rest. So he is cursed. He cannot rest. But he does get the treasures here. He gets the Eye of the Idol. No, he can't pick these up together. Yes, I was going to say, come on. And a really, really nice sword. By the way, this is a really good weapon. I would almost swap it for the bow half the time. Because he can. I mean, it means you can do heavy damage time 2. That's ridiculous. Can't do any more damage. You can do heavy damage times 2. But he is cursed. And that ain't no good. So that card goes away. And he got, that's his 3 loots. Oh no, that is his. So yeah. He's good to go because he found it on the first one and then had 2 loots. He found the Imperial Tabard and then the Thief, which gave him all this crap. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He is done. The knight. 1, 2, 3, 4. The knight might draw something, right? Dank. Nope, everybody dead. So nothing there. She goes up 2. She will hide. It doesn't matter at this point, I don't think, but she'll hide anyway because she can. She does. Slither 3. And she gets what? 3 and 6. So she is close to fulfilling her destiny here, which presumably was to explore the crag. Yeah, nothing left here. These guys come in. And I mean, do they have to search also? I'm not sure that they don't. Not sure if he can share discoveries with his keys instantaneously. Discoveries. Selling or sharing. 24. Information about sites is transferable. Character or hired leader can give or sell discoveries to other characters with hired leaders. Done. You must be in the same clearing with the site path or path to sell it. So as soon as he's in there, he'll sell it. So that's going to be a loot roll then for our guys here. And so we're going to take the third treasure. He gets the glimmering ring. And one more loot roll for the boys. 5. Gets the fifth treasure. Oh, gee, I just drew 5. God dang it. Well, I mean, a lot of cool stuff in there. I do hate that. I wish you could turn some of those things off. I wish that could just not be a thing. We get the black book. All right. So we're gonna give all this stuff to El Capitan here. Nothing appears, right? Still, because everything's dead. Yep, up here. And so we are done with the day. And that was day 23. Um, man. Okay. Let's take a look here. So I'm just taking a look so I can think of what the hell I'm going to do. The Woods Girl can theoretically get 11.5 points right now. Or actually not, probably 11 points, since now she's going to split the great treasures with Captain and the White Knight. So that's probably a point each. So she's looking at 11 points. 11 points to 9 and to 8 maybe. Now, does the captain have 2 great treasures? Did he find another one? Let's see over here. Yeah, he has 2. Oh, so he's winning that. So he actually is going to take that. He's going to take 2 points himself, leaving the Woods Girl and the White Knight with 0.5 points each right now if everything stays. So it'll be 10 points to 10.5. The Woods Girl right now probably has the tiniest lead. The captain probably takes, if we count all his treasures that are positive, notoriety. You can only count things once, though. That's still 10 points, 11 points more of prowess. So he might just eke out ahead of the White Knight there, pulling another point. So I think it's between the captain and the Woods Girl right now. So that's sort of where we're sitting here as we move into day 24. So let's see what we got. So first things first, I do need to look up a rule real quick. So I believe when a higher leader becomes untrained, I think he just stays where he is, right? He stays right there. Or does he go back to the... I do like them to go back at some point, but I don't know. Good question. Let's see. Hireling very quick. Treachery, rehiring, 771. I mean, sure. Yeah, these third edition rules are not. They're clear, but they are not easy to read. Let's just put it that way. They're not easy to find a thing. How's that? End of term, 46. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Thank God they have an index. 46. When a native stops being hired, he reverts to unhired. If he's hidden, he's unhidden. He remains where he is until hired again or until his group regenerates. Natives that are left scattered across the map can be hired or by leaders who move to their clearings, but only the group's leader can trade for the group's belongings, and only he can summon monsters from the appearance chart. So it looks like the guard will pretty much stay right here for now until they regen, in which case they will head back. So, okay. So I think what we're doing for the last day here is, so we have one more day. So we're going to be here for another. So the guard is done today. So I think we are going to, we will hide just to be certain, and then search 3 times. And then our HQ will hide, search 3 times. And then they'll be done at the end of the day. That gives me a fight, though, in case something shows up today. Tomorrow, no fight. Now, I'm actually hoping nothing shows up, because what's going to happen is I'm going to make a hard call as to what to do, because I could steal gold, too. And indeed, stealing a couple points of gold from the Woods Girl is actually more important than stealing a point from the White Knight. So I might sell these 2 items, give me 49 bucks, and that should put me over the edge to get 2 points and take a point from the Woods Girl. So that would be a huge swing. So I think we're going to try to loot the Horde crazy and then sell to the very conveniently placed guard and hope that this last day is good enough as far as, like, if the dragon shows up or whatever, we kill it and get out of dodge kind of thing. And then I hate to say it, then probably the captain tries to retire because he can't rest. And I don't think there's any good way for him. He can't get rid of this purse. This order's way down here. So I think he is going to try to be as pretty done here. So the Woods Girl has a couple options. Got 7 points in card, so she's scored another. She has a point. The cairn still has some cash in it. It has 5 treasures in it. She could try to kill that spider. That's worth 6 node prowess. That's not going to do jack. She could, but then she loots. Then she runs back and does a last minute sale. Gets rid of, whatever she can get rid of. And makes a little bit of cash. And hopefully that's enough to thwart the captain's plan to outcash her and steal. Really, it's a 3-point shift because the captain will gain 2 points. If you look at the scores, which I'm seeing, if the captain all of a sudden ends up with $50 in his pocket, he's going to get 2 and she's going to lose 1. So that makes this all of a sudden quite the shift there. That's a 3-point shift. That might be enough to put the captain in the lead regardless of the spell. The other option would be to just try to get that riddle game here, but I just don't know that 1 extra point. She's going to spend a day getting there, and you might fatigue to no end. I say she goes for, so what she's going to do is she's going to hide, rest again, and then move to the cairn. And she needs to watch the time, right? The Amazon, she's going to move to 1, and then she's going to search once. What the heck? So move to 1, and then search. One of those is an extra move. So try to find that dead adventure before she's done. She will have explored the crag at the end of this. It is now the X crag. So she is done. The White Knight is I think feels he's fallen behind here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and run to Lindenwood. So move, Linden Woods. And that's great. And he will have mountain pilgrimed the cliff. That's a 2. And actually, he is really actually hoping for a dragon to show up, not today, but tomorrow, when the captain does not have the guard in his employ. So I think that's where we're at. I think this is day 24 here. Let's get a monster roll. This is going to be tight score-wise for sure. And it is 4, Giants and Troll. So, Amazon and done. So the Amazon goes 1, 2. She's going to pull a search. She needs a 4 1 to locate the body. She doesn't get it. What she does get, though, is she does get to explore the crag. That is worth 2 points. So, whatever. And I think she learns all the paths and passages in the crag. I think. Let's see. Let's make sure. She might get some cash or something, too. You never know. Explore the crags. 2VP 10 gold and learn all the paths and passages of the top. So that just shows you exactly how crappy those cards were early on. Is that I've loaded them up with crap to have. Does anything show? No, nothing shows. So she is done today. The Woods Girl is going to 2 times. She's going to rest, so that's going to bring back. Let's bring back the fight chick, just cause. She brings back the fight chit. She does need to hide. She did twice. I'll roll 2 dice. If either of these dice is not a 6, yeah, she's good. And then she wanders back in there, looking for a fight. Does Stink M bring anything? I don't believe so. No, it's Stink C. So done there. Our boys do hide in case something shoots. They succeed, and they search 3 times. So they're going to loot 3 times. 5. That's once. Just give that to the captain. Weiss is a 6. I think that's a failure. Yep. 3 times. Also a fail. So they're done. I don't think they drew anything. No. The White Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has made it to the cliff. He is done there. Nothing shows up for him, and then the captain is hiding once just in case. He does. He's going to loot 3 times, hoping for what, a 4 or less, I think. That's a fail. That's a fail. Come on. That is a success. So at least we get 1 more thing out of that board. Now. So we are loaded up with treasure. The captain's got bags of treasure. And that's it. And indeed, at midnight today, the guard becomes unhired. So the captain no longer has the guard in his employ. Does anyone have a fight? The Woods girl does have a fight, so she has to deal with this battle. This is a tremendous but unarmored creature. Same protocol as before. It will die on a 2 or a 1. 1 dies first shot. She takes 6 prowess to the bank. 55. And she is done for the day. And I think we are all done for the day. Day 25. So you got to pay attention to the time here. So our entourage, though still, considerable, looks a little bit less badass. So we do have to be careful there. Having said that, if we could sell $44 worth of stuff, like how much stuff do we have to sell? $30, 16. Not a ton. Now, mind you, we're going to take a bit of a hit, so we should be super careful there. We're going to lose 14. We've lost because of we got rid of our crap. And I think also we sell the sword. Yeah, we sold the sword peddler. I'm going to put it up here. No one's going to buy from the peddler. So we're 18 down. So we do need to remember that too. When we go, we've lost $18 worth of our starting crap. So that will count against our gold total. But we can easily sell this guy and this guy and that guy. And that's 12.46. $46. That's enough to put us over the top at the moment. And heck, strangely enough, I might be tempted to sell that too. I think in future versions of the game, though, I think I might make these like worth a point in and of themselves. That'd be sort of cool. But anyway, neither here nor there. So that puts him gold wise over the top. He keeps this because that's worth 6 points, 7 points, which puts him slightly ahead of the knight. I think that's the captain's plan. So the captain is going to hide. He keeps the boots, though. Keeps the boots. So I think what we do, we're going to hide once. Hide once. We are going to trade once to sell our crap to the guard. We are going to then search 2 times. And that is going to give us the option to find the path down, which gives us an easy escape route, or potentially loot again if, say, we find. And ooh, and we can walk the woods 3 times. So what I'm going to do is let me shift this around. Let me search and trade. How's that? Done. So that's his move. Woods Girl, I think she's already found the cairn, right? Yes, she has. So I think she searches and searches and searches and searches, tries to find something good her last couple days. I think she will search just because. Try to find that adventure. What the heck? The White Knight is going to move, and move up into the Horde. Ugh. And he is done. Let's get a roll in for this day. 3 goblins, octopus, net. So day 25. Okay. So for day 25, he is done. He's not anymore. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the captain is first. We will hide. We do. It is a little more important to pick our battles now that we don't have the entire might of the guard behind us. So we're going to search twice. I think our first search is going to be a pier to try to find the path, which we do. So we find Mountain 6-4. So that gets us out of dodge, and now we're going to loot because we might as well because we're here. Be nice to roll another double 2. We roll 3, close enough. And we get the dragon essence, so it's a smoke chip. Oh yeah, that's great. I mean, we already have dragons coming, so I don't know that Smoke M is going to matter much. Having said that, I don't think anything appears, so that's good. We do have a trade phase, though. We have one last trade phase. So what I'm going to do with my friendly guard is I'm going to do exactly this. I'm going to sell. So this is 46. So this is this represents 34. I'm sorry. This is 43, 46. 71. This represents 71 bucks, and we're going to sell it to the guard. So we're going to dump all the monies. to the guard. You know, we're sharing the wealth with the guard. They give us some gold, we give them some treasure. We talk about all the good times we had. We drink, we booze, it's all good. In the meantime, he's going to score a little bit of extra notoriety at the end of the game. So we'll see where that goes. Captain is done. Woods Girl is looting cairn. Oh, she has fatigue, so she's going to fatigue once. She gets the 5th treasure in the pile. It's a telescope. She's a little even maybe unhappy she fatigued. No. So fatigued once. The 6th treasure is a failure. That's twice. Oh wait, she rolled. I'm sorry. Bzz. Hold on. We'll count that one for sure. So that's a search, first search. But she does have 1 die. So that's the first. This is the second search. God, I can't. I do not like when I do that. Well, that's gonna suck if she rolls 1, right? But hey, she gets the 3rd card. Poultice of Health. She has fatigue again. 3rd search. 4. It's too many. Last search. 6. Too many. So she is done. Does anything appear? I don't believe so. No. The knight stomps up quickly as possibly he can. He has mountain pilgrimed. Which is certainly worth a point to him. I don't know if he gets anything else, but let's take a quick look. Mountain Pilgrim. He gets an additional reward. I mean, he could, yeah. Well, okay, that's fine. Mountain Pilgrim. He could learn 1 type 4 spell and convert 2 of his chits to cast. That is a rough haul for the White Knight. Converting 2 of those chits is not easy at all. A choice. But if it's all about the points, so a type 4 and a type 4 3. So we're going to take this chit. And that chit. And convert it. And we're going to get 1 spell. Violent Storm. I mean, sure. Oops, I really don't want to draw from there. I just want to put that up there. All right. That's his move. Nothing appears because it's goblins and so on. The Amazon is going to search. Oops. That's one search, two searches, three searches. Actually, she finds that passage because it's locate. 1-6 Crags. I mean, that's sort of useful. I'm sure he has it, so done. Oh, because she yeah, right. I mean, she's not finding this thing, right? I mean, that's just not happening. So I can roll 1,000 times. No. So she is done. She didn't find anything. The pool is going to pop, and Patter M, I don't think Patter M, but I do think the pool pops this. That is super damn dangerous for anybody. So, again, if I'm to be honest, so I didn't really, I didn't convert his cards over to, so I mean, I can draw 2 quest cards, but it's the last 2 days. So I think it's not going to matter. So I'm just going to sort of hold off. Sprite is Sprout. I think the captain is going to. I think the captain is going to sit on that. I think he's going to. Technically, he wins great treasures because he has at least 2 of them, if not 3. Because he can always can use this if he needs to. Otherwise, he just makes this 15, 16, 17 notoriety at the end. So he'll end with 104 prowess at the end of the game, counting half of the notoriety value on these cards. And no negatives. But you can only count things for one. You can only count things for one category. You can't count things for multiple categories. So he can count this here, unless someone else finds a great treasure, in which case he counts that here and just takes, the fewer points. With the ability, no ability to rest, I say he moves to like the valley and just is done. That's sad because I hate to feel like I'm quitting for him early, but I think with the position we're in, I don't think it behooves us to go after any other stuff. I think everybody else might be chasing him at the moment. Now, the knight does share 1.5 points with the Woods girl right now for spells. So that does make me a little nervous. So let's look at scores. In fact, let's just calculate the damn scores right now. Just as is. So we got 7 points. The captain currently is in 2nd place in prowess still, but 1st in gold. 1st in great treasures, I believe, because he has 2 of them. And so it looks like he's going to end up 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. If everything stopped right now. And we don't count the end prowess thing. So the Woods girl ends up with 7 card points. doesn't score prowess. She gets second place in gold with 30. And Great Treasures, I think she is sharing the half a point with the knight. So that actually looks bad for her. The captain effectively stole a point from her, and she's down to 8.5. The Amazon, oops. Sorry about that. I screwed my cameras up. The Amazon has 3 points. That's it. She's good. She's got 3 points. Does she have? Is she winning gold at all? Ah, jeez, I keep saving my goddamn camera for each other when I really want to just do that. So does 20 gold right now? No, it's 30. So the Amazon has to be 30 gold to get on the gold board. So yeah, she has 3 points. But the White Knight, so let's take a look at the Knight here. So the Knight has 5 cards. His prowess is still the top. Gold is nothing. I think he's dropped to 7.5 right now. But he's learned a spell. Hold on, let's quickly figure this out. Because the Woods Girl has a spell, and he has a spell. So the Woods Girl is going to end up with not 8.5 points, but 10 points right now. And the Knight ends up with 9 points. So those are our scores going into the last days. I don't see anybody catching the captain. I think the captain. I think with the curse on him, I think the safest thing to do is take a chill. I don't know that there's any other thing he can do, place he can go, thing he can get in the days he has. So I think he's going to move to Valley 1 and then effectively retire. Which normally you have to walk, normally you have to walk off the board or whatever, but I think he just retires. So I think that's it. The captain's going to sit tight. So the Woods Girl, where are we at with the cat? 3. I don't think she did great there, so I think, and I think she actually has to fatigue more. I think we're going to let her rest 2 times and search 2 more times. And actually, she's going to utilize this Poultice of Health, and her rest will count double. So that's going to give her most, if not all of her, most of her chits back. She can take 2 more swipes at this thing. How long does it take her to get back? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just far enough, unfortunately, that she is going to need these last 2 days if she wants to trade anything. So she could literally find, so I don't think anything matters unless she can get a great treasure. I think that's what she's drawing for. Even a great treasure is only going to get her effectively a half a point. Unless she sells the Regent of Jewels, she'll lose a half and gain a point off the captain. So that'll put her at 10.5 to the captain's 11. that, ever so close. So that's where she. Okay, so there you go. So that's where we're gonna try to nab one more great treasure out of here. I think I'm gonna rest the one time. We will search 3 times, and that's just a safety measure, effectively. So there you go. I hate to say it. I mean, for God, you know what? I hate to say it. We're gonna we're oops, wrong character. The Amazon is just searching for this dang body. Darn it, done. And the White Knight. I don't think there's much really to do in the Horde. There's only 2 treasures left. But he will tonight hide and search in the hopes that the dragon will pop tonight and he can pop it and score Dragon Slayer. And in fact, you know what? He doesn't have to even hide. He can just search. He has to take cover. So he can even go all out there. So we'll let him do that. So he's really hoping for just a 1. It doesn't pop. So we get 5. So the Amazon is looking for this adventurer's body. She finds it first try. Oh, what's the monster roll? Is a 5. Okay. Well, we might actually get some spiders. We do actually get a spider here in pattern. So she gets the dead adventurer. Gonna put him on her back there. She gets a treasure from the treasure deck. It is the Flowers of Rest. So she instantly. Oh, doesn't do wounds, right? So there you go. So she's done. The knight will try to locate the horde because he's here. 1, 2 doesn't do it. 3 doesn't do it. 4 does. Well, he does actually find it that time, so he gets 4. So that is the horde, but he is done. Nothing pops because he didn't roll the right thing, and he's done. The Woods Girl, she's gonna get her double rest in. He does. Then she's gonna search 3 times. So we're gonna pay early here to make sure. So we're gonna roll 2 twice. Well, yeah, sure. She's gonna get the white die is first. She gets the 5th and the 5th treasure, neither of which get her anything. Her final rest one is the first treasure off the top. That's the cloven hoof. That's what we're looking for. She's keeping it, no doubt about it. But she's gonna have to figure out. So this goes away. You have to figure out what that means in terms of. I sort of wish she'd have done better on those rolls and gotten some of those other treasures. But she's either going to have 2 So she can get 25 notoriety, which doesn't get her close enough anyway. But she could sell the Regent of Jewels, keep the Cloven Hoof, and get real close. So she did find at least one great treasure. What else was in there? I'm looking because so there was another great treasure in there, which would have been awesome for her, but she did not get it. So she is done, and the spiders are gone. And then the captain is going to go and sleep off. So I think it's next to the last day here. Do we have anything else to do? So unfortunately, 03 is done. He leaves our employ. And he's chilling with the guard up here. So the White Knight is actually going to hide, and hide, actually. And he's just going to hide all day, waiting for this dragon to come. And if he can get it to pop, he'll at least score one more point there. So done. Captain, we'll say, is done for the time being. Unfortunately, oh, she can no longer roll a 1, though. Son of a bitch. She cannot get the last treasure. She can get the second treasure. She can't get the last treasure. That sucks. Because the Regent of Jewels does give her an extra trade fit. So she theoretically, last day of the game, could make a play. As it stands, since she can't get that first treasure, she would only be getting that second treasure in the pile, which I have no idea if it's worth shooting for. I say she rests twice, searches twice. And then this last move is going to be can she sell the Regent of Jewels in the same phase that she gets an extra trade phase? I think she can because it has to be she has to have it in possession when she executes the phase. She will execute the phase and then sell the thing. So I think she can do it. So I think that's her play. I think the Amazon is going to just be done. I think she just sleeps it off. Flowers of Rest, she just, Dorothy's it. The White Knight is hiding today in hopes of finding this dragon. That's it. It is next to the last day here. Let's roll a monster roll. It is a 6, so no dice for the knight who just hides his day away and otherwise nothing shows up because there's nothing to show up. She is going to rest 2 times and loot 2 times. You have to add 1 to this. She needs to roll a 1 to get the second treasure. So let's roll a 1. Nah, she doesn't get anything. So she is done, and that's it. And then pretty much the same deal for the knight. The knight is going to hide. And the woods girl is going to move to the lancers, execute her extra trade phase. So that's how we're going to end up. Remember, the monsters regen, and it's dragons that regen. So that's fascinating for the knight. So we got that is done. So we are going to pop dragons today. So the Woods Girl goes first, and she wanders all the way there. These guys show up at the large camp. I don't know if she likes the company. No, she didn't care about the company, so that's cool. She's going to execute her final trade phase. Oh, God. She's going to sell the shoes and the ancient telescope. So I'm going to sell the Regent of Jewels. So that is 79 bucks. And those are her buds, so they're not going to matter. And we're just going to, we really doesn't matter. So we're going to put these just right. I mean, we'll put these here, so that's fine. So she gets a ton of cash. Keeps the cloven hoof, strangely enough. But that's the end of her day and her game. The White Knight is hiding 4 times, so I think he'll hide, and he is hidden. And then this guy shows up. At the end of the day. So let's conduct this final fight of the game. So the White Knight is hidden. Remember that. He is going to ready the mace with this. And then he will play this chit to do tremendous damage. This guy is here. This is not on his sheet. So this is another example of the White Knight auto-killing with the Morning Star, because this guy doesn't flip because he's a tremendous monster. This doesn't matter. We're going to undercut his time. He stays put. This goes down here. The head does not flip. We hit at time 3. We hit for tremendous damage. That kills our dragon. So the White Knight is going to score 12 for that. He is going to also score Dragon Slayer, which is just another card point for him. So, oops, let's. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. Let's Control Z. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, jeez. So that's that. That is the game. That is what we have done here in 28 days. That is quite the graveyard. Let's look at scores. So what do we got here? So Captain has 7 points in cards. He's going to have 87 notoriety. This is going to count. He's going to count this. I think Great Treasures, he's going to win, right? Yeah, he's going to win Great Treasures with just 2. So he's going to count 2 Great Treasures. These 2 in Great Treasures. And then this will all go to notoriety. So that is 10, 15, 16, 17 more notoriety for him. And he's going to end up with a 104 in notoriety. The Woods Girl gets 20 for the Cloven Hoof, 75. The Amazon, we're not going to worry about, frankly. The White Knight ends up with just 100 because the damn Sacred Grail is actually not worth any notoriety under the rules as written. I believe that's the case, right? Let's make sure that I'm counting that correctly. Yeah. So, what does that do to our scores? So let's take a quick look. So, Captain first, he has 7. For prowess, he has 104 to the Knights 100. So he's going to take prowess from the Knight. However, gold, he got stolen from him by the Woods Girl. So he's going to be second in gold, I believe. Great treasures, he wins with 2. Spells, 0. So let's look at what he has. That's 10, 12. He has 12 points. So he ends the game with 12 points. Absolutely. Done. The Woods Girl is 7 points in cards, 2 in gold. She keeps 1/2 point in Great Treasures, gets 1.5 from spells. That's 2. Why does she end up with? That's 9, 10, 11. She gets 11 points. She just comes up short, which I sort of knew was going to happen. So let me look at that Cairn again real quick. Yeah, it's funny because if she draws this first and then the Fang necklace, she could have 11.5. She couldn't quite get it, right? She can't quite make it. So the Amazon's got what she's got. The Knight does score an extra point in cards because he did get Dragon Slayer at the end. His prowess is unfortunately second. His gold is not enough to get him in. He has 1/2 and 2. Unfortunately for the Knight, he is left with 6, 7, 8, 9 points still. Right? 5. Oh, I gave him one too many points before, I think, is what I. That's the problem is I added wrong before. He only has 9 now. So there you go. Huh. That was one of the most interesting games of Magic Realm, all told, I have had in terms of just the overall sort of performance of all the characters. I have seen the captain and the guard go nuts, which they did. I think the Woods Girl did real well to hold her own because for a while it looked like she was sort of in trouble there, like she wasn't scoring or anything of that nature. So I don't know. I don't know if what does Riddle game do for you. Maybe that's the key, right? If you know your you gain a VP and a small treasure. So it really wouldn't have done her any good to get Riddle game. She might have gotten a point, but theoretically, drawing an extra great treasure, which allowed her to get Regent of Jewels and sell it, those gold points were worth more, just as much, if so. It's just a close game, and I just think that I just think that it became very difficult for everybody to catch up. I think she did a cool thing, sort of swapping the gold total there, because again, that's a huge swing in points. But it just, like I said, was not quite enough to pull it out at the end. She needed to generate one more point. Um, and that means another card. So if you could have done all that, but still, or still, then yes. The most that I've ever seen anyone score in a week, in the last week, was 7 points either. And that was just a crazy confluence of luck and so on. So I think generally that was a great game. Captain wins. I think deservedly so. I think the captain is a very strong character, especially strong if you play. I mean, the funny part is the one die hires, right? So the captain's extra rules adjustments are roll one die when he rolls, which it's funny because it doesn't actually help him that much. It just helps him not waste days at the beginning of the game or when he decides to make the move to hire. So the other question would be this. I think for the captain, and maybe this does, maybe this makes him even awesomer. Maybe the play would be I tend to play it very cautiously because it sort of depresses me at the end when the guard leave him finally. I'm bummed out. I'm like, oh man, what do I do now? Um, maybe the play would be, and I don't think you can hire. I think when you hire, I don't think can't make up the difference in treasures like you can when you buy something. I have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because if that's the case, then you hire the guard the first day, go nuts with them, loot enough treasures to then keep them for the rest of the game. I don't think you can do that though. I think you have to find somewhere else to sell. So anyway, so that's the game. Let's look at the scores one last time before we close this one out. Captain wins 12 to 11 to 9. Great game for three of our warriors. The Amazon sort of had bad luck, but so be it. It happens. I definitely think that these are some of the best characters. I think these are some of the most powerful. I think these are some of the most interesting for the quest version of this game. This variant, which I play almost exclusively because really I find the normal victory conditions to be sort of dull. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. And I will be looking for the next big series here now that this one's closed out. Thinking of trying the Grand Prix. That's a long haul. That's going to take me. I mean, these games take anywhere between 2 to 4 days anyway. So playing 4 games around for let's say 4 rounds, that's 16 possible games plus if you go farther. So you're talking 3 months, 2 months, just guessing. Which I'm certainly in for because, frankly, I have a pathological love for this game. I will be looking to probably putz with some quests, maybe change a couple quests, maybe add a couple quests. And I've stolen quests from the Book of Quests. I've taken stuff out of the expansion that Robin Warren wrote way back. Taken stuff out of Realmspeak and sort of all jumbled it together into this sort of this mess. But trying to streamline it a little bit and make it a little bit a tighter game, since I think that a lot of those different things, the questing the realm and Realmspeak, I don't love simply because of how it sort of works. Some of the stuff in expansion 1, I think, a little changes the game a little bit in weird ways. Um, so anyway, so I'm looking for a new series here to move forward. And so I will be thinking on that probably for a day or two, maybe tweaking some of these quests here, figuring some things out. And generally, that's it. I will, and maybe that'll be just maybe I'll just sit and chat for one of these for half an hour just to come up with some thoughts. But that's it. I liked this game particularly because I think it did, the cards were super important for sure. I mean, 7 points in cards, 6 points, but you'll notice those are almost even. It really, really came down to who could score the most in the various categories. Um, and that's sort of cool. That's fun. Those are very swingy, and so I like those. I was thinking at some point of adding maybe a bonus where at some point in the game you pledge, hey, I want this one to be worth more. You put something down, you know, like some kind of bonus which makes that category slightly more valuable in the game. But I think unfortunately that leads itself a little bit wonky because spells is a rough category. Because again, in theory, only certain characters be able to get spells. Now, strangely enough, 2 characters got spells sort of out of the blue. So who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I do thank you. Thank you for watching. Um, I mean, I know a few folks watch East Paladin mostly comments, so thank you for that. Just because it's fun to have the discussion. I'm not doing this because I think somehow I'm going to get, you know, a million followers and make money off YouTube. That's crazy talk. I'm an old man. That doesn't that's not my gig. Um, but it is gratifying to share this game that I really like. With folks and to comment back and forth and talk about it, and it makes this less of a lone solitary hobby and a little bit more of a communal thing, and so I do appreciate that. In any case, let me figure this out for a day or two. I will talk. I'll always catch comments. The other thing oh geez, and I keep pretending I'm gonna leave. I keep giving you the hold on. One more thing. The other thing I was thinking is maybe streaming a couple of these. I've streamed them on Twitch. I was thinking, well, you just stream them on YouTube. This is where people are gonna see me anyway. No one's looking for from YouTube for crying out loud. The best you can do is I put it into board games or tabletop simulator. Um, you know, but we'll talk about that too as we go. So, all right, talk to you later. Thank you.